The world thinks this is a modern conflict. Missiles, drones, cyber warfare, nuclear threats. Nations watching, waiting, fearing what comes next. But what if this war didn't start in our time? What if the roots go back thousands of years to a desert, a broken family, and a decision that changed history forever? Because long before modern armies, before advanced weapons, before global politics, there was a prophecy, and today, we might be watching it unfold. The tension between nations today feels technological, strategic, modern, but beneath the surface, there is something older, something spiritual. The Bible, written thousands of years ago, describes patterns of conflict that still echo today, not as headlines, but as human stories of choices, consequences, and unresolved wounds. It begins with one man, Abraham. In the book of Genesis, he receives a promise that would shape the future of humanity. I will make you into a great nation, and through you all the earth will be blessed. But there was a problem. Time passed, and nothing happened. In today's world, we expect instant results. Fast internet, instant replies, immediate success. But Abraham lived in a time where faith required waiting, and waiting revealed something deeply human: impatience. Every life in the Bible tells a story. Discover the people, the lessons, and the purpose. Welcome to the Bible Characters Series Hub. Subscribe for the next episode. Abraham's wife, Sarah, made a decision. A decision that seemed logical, practical, even necessary. She gave her servant Hagar to Abraham so that the promise could be helped. And so Ishmael was born. When humans try to solve what only God can fulfill, the consequences can echo across generations. Even today, many global conflicts begin the same way, human solutions to problems that require deeper wisdom. Years later, the impossible happened. At 90 years old, Sarah gave birth to Isaac, a miracle, a fulfillment, a promise kept. Now there were two sons, two paths, two destinies. One day, everything changed. Ishmael mocked Isaac, not as a joke, but as something deeper, a tension, a rivalry, a wound. And just like that, a family became divided. Hagar and Ishmael were sent away into the wilderness, alone, uncertain, rejected. But something important happens here. God hears the cry of Ishmael. A well appears in the desert. Life is preserved. The Bible describes two distinct paths: Isaac, the line of promise; Ishmael, a strong, independent line. Not enemies by design, but divided by history. When Abraham died, something unexpected happened. Isaac and Ishmael stood side by side. No words recorded, no argument, just silence, and for a brief moment, peace. But here's the question. If peace was possible once, why didn't it last? If you're starting to see the deeper pattern, make sure you subscribe, because what comes next connects ancient history to the modern world in a way most people miss. Subscribe for the next episode. Centuries pass, empires rise, and a new power appears. Ancient Persia, known today as Iran. In the book of Esther, we are introduced to a man whose hatred would shake history. His name, Haman. Not just against one man, but against an entire people. But this raises a disturbing question. Why does this pattern of hatred keep repeating across generations? Comment below. Do you think history repeats itself, or do people repeat the same mistakes?
Hold the line. Protect the eagle. Form a defensive circle now.
The Bible traces this hostility even further back, to a people known as Amalek. Not just a physical conflict, but a pattern, repeating through time.
Satellite link established. Scanning. Target locked. Confirming
Today, the
authorization.
battlefield looks different. Advanced weapons, cyber warfare, intelligence systems. But the deeper question remains, are we only seeing politics, or are we witnessing patterns repeating?
Reports indicate a major escalation.
So the real question is, are we watching a political conflict, or something much deeper? If this is opening your eyes, hit like, share, and comment. It helps more people discover this perspective. This story is not about choosing sides. It's about understanding something deeper. That unresolved wounds can outlive generations, and true peace requires healing. Because history doesn't just repeat itself, it reveals us.